Hi, I'm the left-handed reader. Welcome to my channel. I'm continuing today with Unlocking the Mysteries of Birth, Death, and Everything in Between by Daisaku Ikeda. The 10 Worlds. Let me know where you're listening from in the comments. Thank you. The 10 Worlds. For a correct understanding of the Buddhist view of life, the concept of the 10 worlds is indispensable. The first 6 of the 10 worlds derives from the idea of the 6 paths, an ancient Indian paradigm concerning transmigration. These 6 paths, or worlds, are the worlds of hell, hungry spirits, animals, Asuras, humans, and heavenly beings. It was thought that the particular world or realm into which unenlightened people were born was determined by the things they had done in past lifetimes, and that people endlessly repeated the cycle of birth and death in these 6 worlds. Even if born into the highest world, heaven, one could not stay there long. When good fortune was exhausted, the individual would fall back into a lower state of existence. Transmigration in the 6th path could be likened to moving from floor to floor inside a 6-story building shut off from the outside. The floor corresponding to heaven is at the top, and beneath it are the floors representing the other worlds, all the way down to hell on the ground floor. Each floor is connected to each of the others. People are confined in these buildings, going up and down forever. Even though they may find comfort on the upper stories, heaven and humanity, they cannot remain there indefinitely. But the people of ancient India loathed the thought of this endless cycle that implied an unstable ephemeral world, and longed to rid themselves of the influence of karma that bound them to the mundane world. They sought a way to escape from the cycle, and Shakyamuni, in expounding the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, offered them the promise of an exit. Or at least he appeared to do so. What seemed like an exit from the transmigration along the 6 paths was, in actuality, a door leading to Buddhist truth. Our world is itself a manifestation of the 6 paths. To try to escape from it is futile and cannot lead to enlightenment. But this was a matter beyond the understanding of the people. And so, as an expedient, Shakyamuni at first taught that people could escape from the cycle of birth and death by extinguishing both desire and life itself. Buddhism refined the concept of the 6 paths, explaining that they exist not only as external worlds, but also as internal states. For example, animality represents, on the one hand, animals or their world, and at the same time the condition of life in which we humans are motivated solely by instinctive behavior. Summarizing this view of the 6 paths, the 13th century Japanese Buddhist master Nichiren of whom much more will be said later, wrote that when we look from time to time at a person's face, we find him or her sometimes joyful, sometimes enraged, and sometimes calm. At times, greed appears in the person's face, at times, foolishness, and at times, perversity. Rage is the world of hell. Greed is that of hungry spirits. Foolishness is that of animals. Perversity is that of Asuras. Joy is that of heaven. And calmness is that of human beings. As long as we dwell among the six paths, we are largely controlled by the changing circumstances of our environment. If, while transmigrating among the six paths, we can achieve the requisite wisdom and insight to comprehend the true nature of our lives, however, we can manifest the life of Buddhahood, the supreme jewel in the depths of our being. To do this, we have to make strenuous efforts to gain access to a higher condition of life, one that transcends the six lower worlds. Buddhism identifies three further worlds between the six lower ones and the condition of Buddhahood: the worlds of voice hearers, learning; cause awakened ones, realization; and bodhisattvas. The state of learning is a condition in which, through learning and study, we awaken to the impermanence of all things. The state of realization is a condition in which we perceive the impermanence of all things through our own observation of natural phenomena, such as the fading and shriveling of flowers or fallen leaves. The state of bodhisattva is a condition in which, through compassion, we devote ourselves to helping others, performing altruistic actions on their behalf. Concerning these three conditions, Nichiren wrote, "The fact that all things in this world are transient is perfectly clear to us. Is this not because the worlds of the two vehicles, learning and realization, are present in the human world? Even a heartless villain loves his wife and children. He too has a portion of the bodhisattva world within him." Unlocking the mysteries of birth and everything in between. Thank you for listening today. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you.